Listen, saying no does not make you a bad, unkind, or whatever person. I think growing up, we have been conditioned to put other people's needs above ourselves. If not, we are labeled selfish. That is completely untrue. Think about it. Who are the people who would call you selfish? It is when you put your needs above them. Then they are the one who suffer as a consequence. As a result, they call you selfish. Who is the selfish one in this case? So get it into your mind. If you say no, you are not a bad person. It is perfectly alright to say no. Second, stop gossiping about others. Stop gossiping about others. I used to gossip about others all the time. When I don't gossip, I'm a listener of gossip. This was terrible to my mental health. Because in gossiping, we're always saying, oh, this person should do this, that person should do that. This person is a millionaire, he should help the poor. This person is lucky, he should help the unfortunate. We have all sorts of judgments and complaints about what people should and should not do. When I participate in gossip, then I'm reinforcing to myself, okay, what is deemed socially desirable by this group? Imagine someone in your friend circle gossiping about others, saying, oh, this person is so unkind. I broke up with my boyfriend and I was depressed. I reached out to her for some consolation and she said she's too busy to listen to me. How unkind and heartless is that? And that will automatically trigger in my mind that, oh, okay, yeah, that is unkind and heartless and I shouldn't do that next time. If someone called me, I cannot say no. If not, I will be that unkind and heartless person. Can you see the emotional turmoil it has on yourself? The expectation this gossip has set on yourself and how it controls your life? There is no, we should or should not do something for other people. If you think that, oh, this person should do this for me, that person should do that for me, this is just pure selfish entitlement. If the person do this for you, it is out of her own goodwill, her own kindness. If she doesn't do it, it doesn't mean that she's unkind. She is busy, she has her own things to deal with. It's perfectly okay for her not to give you the time just because you ask for it. Third, it is okay for people to not like you. 20% of the people in your life will be your die-hard fans, 60% couldn't care less, and the remaining 20% will hate you no matter what you do. I think as long as you get that mindset that there are some people who will just not like you, it is okay to say no to people and offend others. It is okay. Think about it. For yourself, are there people that you just do not vibe with? Or maybe people that you don't like, even though they have done nothing wrong to you? Accept that not everybody has to like you. It is okay for some people to not like you. Then the pressure you put on yourself to please everybody is off. Fourth, it is not your job to make everyone else happy. I had a friend who wanted to hang out every week. When I rejected her kindly, she would always say, oh, so sad. So sad. I'm so sad. And then it would make me feel guilty. I'm sorry for making you feel sad and okay, yeah, even though I'm busy, I'll try to make time for you. Don't do that. Don't be succumbed by this emotional blackmail. People are free to ask for a favor and you are free to say no. They are free to feel whatever they want to feel. Nowadays, when I face this situation again, immediately in my mind, I label this as emotional blackmail. I have no sympathy for the other person. Sometimes when I say no, I still feel bad, but I don't force myself to not feel guilty. I know that saying no will make me feel guilty. And I know I feel guilty because I have been taught that this was the wrong thing to do. And I know that sitting through this guilt is good for me because it helps me learn how to say no next time. So I don't try to make the guilt go away. I just know it will come, I let it come. You feel guilty because you're empathetic, you're understanding. It's okay. Just feel guilty. The guilt will lessen and you become better and better at saying no. 6. Another reason why I didn't say no was because of fear. What if I say no and the person hates me? What if the person bitch about me to other people? What if next time I need help and the person refused to help me because this time I didn't help them? I think you don't have to think so far down the line. I mean, previously I had a neighbor who asked me to teach her kids piano lesson every week. I didn't want to say no because she's my neighbor. I have to walk by her house every day. I'll see her every day. If relationship gets tense, then nobody will be happy, and like it will be such a difficult environment to live in. And she's my neighbor. What if next time I need help from her? All this fear starts coming in. But you have to realize that these are just your mind playing the fear out of proportion. As kids, we were totally dependent on adults for survival. So that's why we had to please adults. But now we are grown. We can feed ourselves, we can clothe ourselves, we can earn money. Even though we are not working now, you can go out, get a job and earn money. We are independent and we don't need help from other people as much as we think. So I think there's no need to play out all these different fear scenarios in your head. After all, you realize that even if you say yes now and you help them, it does not guarantee that in future they will help you. Even worse, if you help them now with the hope that if future something happens, they will help you back, you are setting yourself up for resentment and failure. Now when I say yes just because I want to say yes, just because I want to help, and it comes from a place of giving, that giving is much more pure and authentic and makes me more happy than when I give out of fear or out of expectations. 7. Saying no actually makes you more respected than you think. Think about it. Saying no requires courage, requires confidence, requires authenticity. It signals to the other person that your time is valuable. You value your time, you value your efforts. And not just anybody can take that away from you. I was surprised because the first time I said no to a friend, he was a club president of my club and he asked me to attend some training meeting so that we can gain some points for the club and then we will be like some distinguished club, blah, blah, blah. I know the training is boring. I don't want to go. So I said, no, thank you. I don't want to. His reply, I like your honesty. I like your honesty. He never asked me to go for any club trainings ever again. The second time I said no was at a party. So I bumped into this friend who I had not seen in years. I just said hi to her casually and you haven't been joining us. Like, how are you? We didn't meet because you didn't call me out. If you wanted to meet, you would have initiated. I was taken aback and I just said like, we should have initiated with the group of our friends. And then she said, I met up with Michelle, I met up with Sonia. Yeah, we went for cafes and they called me out, but you didn't. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm in a party to enjoy myself. There are 30, 40 people in this party, and I'm not going to sit here to let you make me feel bad about myself. So I walked away. Saying no doesn't have to be like no. Walking away also means no. So I walked away and I talked to other people. As I was talking to a 5-year-old kid, playing with him, she came over, tried to start a nice conversation. And it made me realize an important point. It made me realize you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. If you say yes to anything, if you say yes when people want to hurt you, if you say yes when people want to waste your time, if you say yes when people want to take advantage of you, then this is what you will get. It is just human nature. I'm sorry, but it is just human nature. You've seen kids, they always test the water with a new adult. If I do this, will she get angry? Oh, she didn't. Maybe I can do something more. They always test the limit. And I think this plays out with adults too. They see how far they can go with you. And if you don't draw the boundary now, you're setting yourself up for future disappointment. And tip number 8, be aware when people say no to you. If you ask the person for a favor, and if the person says no, listen to how he says no. And be aware of what you're feeling. You will realize that saying no does not make the other person feel as bad as you think should or they would. For example, I was at an event and I needed someone to help take photos. So I approached this guy, let's call him Alex. So Alex, could you help me take a photo of the event, please? Now Alex is a nice guy, which is why I approached him. But on that day, he said, I really want to enjoy myself this evening and I would prefer not to be the photographer. And I was like, oh, Sure, that's a perfectly valid reason, and I didn't feel hurt. In fact, I respected his decision to do so. And I also mentally clocked that, okay, this is like kind of response that I can use next time. And then I just asked someone else. No big deal. No big deal. Okay, so now you know the importance of saying no and how and why you need to say no. Homework time. So I want you to visualize the next time someone asks you for a favor. It could be, do you want to eat beef? You don't like beef. And then you think, so what will your reply be then? It could be, no thank you, I actually don't like beef. Someone asks you if you're available on a Friday night and you really want some alone time. So next time, thank you for your invite. I would really love to spend some time with myself today. Like a third scenario, somebody walks up to you and says something rude and nasty. What do? You can walk away, or you can say, hey, I don't appreciate being talked to this way. If you have nothing nice to say to me, then don't talk to me at all. Whatever, okay? Just visualize 3 scenarios, preferably low stakes scenarios. Visualize how the person would ask and what exactly you would say. Next time it happens, say it. I hope you found this video helpful. Saying no is really a life-changing skill. So, see you.